This is me with the Brompton Interceptor on the Hudson overpass. This is directly between the town of Poughkeepsie and whatever is west of the Hudson. And here's my bike. It doesn't look bad even with the bag on it. I think it looks pretty good. And here is the view. This is the Hudson River on the north of the bridge, and on the east side you see the town of Poughkeepsie, some ugly condominium development, and on the left side it's more like small villages or nothing but wilderness, and a really nice trail or greenway that used to be some kind of a rail running from Albany all the way to New York City. And you can cross, I believe, up to Sunset. They closed the bridge at sunset, and this is the southern view from the bridge, and that other bridge is where the cars can go. So this bridge is reserved for bicycles and pedestrians and kick scooters and dogs and things like that. The views are absolutely stunning, and I was lucky. We had a sunny afternoon. This is the walkway over the Hudson. The best way to get up here is just to take the train to the station. This is the Poughkeepsie station, and there are express trains coming from Grand Central in the middle of Manhattan. And if you are lucky, you could get here in an hour and a half, but it's usually more like 2 hours. And I rode the bike from here all the way over into New Palz, which is a very small little village with some farms and farm stores, which are kind of cute. And there are some antique old places, a few old buildings of some early settlers. And then I rode down on this greenway looking sort of a passage. This is slightly off-road, so it's not paved. I think the beginning part is paved, but then most of it is not. And I was with my usual slick racing tires, so it was dry weather. I had no problem, but the wildlife was absolutely amazing. I saw all kinds of birds and some stunning views of the mountains on the left. Somebody saw a family of black bear, and I went in that direction, but they were gone by then, so I did not see that. And I went this far and I checked out some of the farms. I went to this farm. Really nice farm. Although you can get most of this stuff in New York City at the farmers market. And I rode back. So this was about a total of 30 miles from the station to that farm and back. And if you want to get up here via a bike, there is a complete trail that runs from the Bronx. This is where it starts in this park, Van Cortlandt. So you can start there, but riding up there is something like 80 miles, and a lot of it is uphill. So I know people who have done it downhill, take the train up to Poughkeepsie and come down, but to do it uphill is not so easy. You could also navigate on the west side of the river, and probably you would end up in Peekskill, and then along the river there are some ways of getting down, but these are not 100% protected bike trails. So like here you would have to get on a pretty busy road, but then there are some ways of getting around, so it's not impossible to continue this way, and maybe one day I will do it. But I haven't even done Poughkeepsie to Manhattan. I have done Poughkeepsie, tried to get to Manhattan, but was exhausted here in Tarrytown. So I took the train back to the city from here. Very beautiful weekend and just a great ride. So I'm just putting this in as a scenic ride, or a video about the scenic ride. I'll be back to more technical videos in the next one.